So, after making it through our Europa League group as group winners, we now got a draw for the first knockout round today. And let's find out who Cardiff will be taking on in the round of 32. Of course, don't forget, there are some teams that got knocked out in the Champions League to finish in third place. They're going to be in this draw as well. So lots of big names to avoid, but also some clubs that I think we could take over two legs as well. So let's get straight down to it. The Europa League round of 32 draw is going to be at Cardiff City. Very early draw there against Real Sociedad, with the first leg away in Spain. Now, Sociedad in this game have actually got a few decent players as well. They've got some really decent talent. Well, they did. There was a couple of youngsters I thought they had that were pretty decent, but I can't see them here. They might have sold them, but there's one very good player there, £54 million, or I can never pronounce this guy's name, Mikel Oyarzabal, an attacking midfielder. That's their star player, you'd say. 4 goals and 11 in La Liga to start off with, and some very nice mental stats as well. They had a really good young talent, I noticed, in the game. It was a centre-back, but he's gone. I don't know where he's gone to. But a decent team, and 7th in La Liga right now. Could be an even test, but I put us as favourites in that tie, and I think we should be able to get through that, definitely. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. This is episode 57, as they're returning to 2 massive games with our Bluebirds as they take on City away in the Premier League, then Spurs away in the Boxing Day fixture. Before we play the games though, just can't even getting on off camera. And of course, in the last episode, you saw our heartbreaking 3-2 loss away at Old Trafford against Manchester United, and of course our 1-0 victory over Test, which puts us in to the knockout stage of Europa League, where, as you saw in the start of the episode, we're taking on Real Sociedad in the round of 32, who, by the way, I missed it in the start of the episode, but they've got Robert Lewandowski now playing for them, the veteran Polish striker, trying to bang them in, and hopefully we'll keep them quiet in the 2 games we'll play against them, which start in February. But yeah, I played 9 games off camera, and as you can see, 7 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 draw in a really good run for Cardiff City, and we began with 2-0 victory at home to Aston Villa, where our captain and vice-captain, our boys Maria and Jason, scored the only 2 goals of the game inside the first 6 minutes. Maria making it 1-0 3 minutes in, and then Jason converting a rebound, I think it was, in a comfortable 2-0 victory. But following out a loss away from home at Anfield against the champions and the league leaders Liverpool, who have won the title 3 seasons in the past 5, and they're going for their 4th in 6th. Petra Dukan, a new gen/regen striker, scored both goals in this game as the Reds got the win, and we had our 2nd away defeat on the trot in the Premier League. But after that, we took on Zenit in the penultimate game of the Europa League group stage. Of course, a guaranteed qualification after our win over Test on match day 4, but this one meant we guaranteed top spot. We fell behind in the game, 15 minutes in, Zenit going in front, but after the restart, I made a tactical change, and Woodburn just past the Almut made it 1-1. He's had a great season for us this year in the Europa League, puts back on level terms, and then with 9 minutes to go, Rabiota connected with a deep cross. The young Italian we signed last year to score his first goal for the club, the game winner, and that guaranteed top spot in the group. And following that, back to Premier League matters, our first South Wales derby in, I think it's 2 or possibly 3 years, as we face Swansea City at the Cardiff City Stadium, and this was the start of an epic run for Mr. Paleo Maria, who is still the top scorer in the Premier League. He bagged a hat-trick in this game, first in the 46th minute, then 65th minute, and the 75th minute. Adam Lukman scored a consolation goal for Swansea in this game. Bray Wanderers legend, but that's all it was, as Maria bagged a hat-trick in a very good 3-1 victory against our rivals. And then after that, away win against Stoke. We won by 4 goals to 1, where Maria scored 2 goals in this game early on. And also as well, Pedro Antonio! Finally! You heard the chant in the last episode from the opposing fans. 50 million down the drain because Pedro Antonio's fucking shit. When he put his fingers to his lips after scoring his first goal in a Cardiff shirt in the Premier League in this game, making it 2-0 at that point, and then Maria made it 3-0, and then he scored again. I mean, seriously, man, like London buses waited so long for one, and they got 2 in the same game. In 12 minutes, bagged the brace, his first 2 Premier League goals. I was delighted for Pedro Antonio, man. He certainly shut me up there, and I was buzzing for him in a good 4-1 victory as Francois Coquelin scored a consolation goal for the host. But following that, a crazy 8-goal thriller against Southampton back at home at the Cardiff City Stadium, where we won by 6 goals to 2. But we were leading this game 2-0 at half time, and in cruise control, Paleo Maria bagged both our goals in the first half. We were 2-0 up, and I was looking like we were going to have a pretty convincing win. We were 2-0 up, and then 33 minutes in, Laycock made it 2-1, latching onto a through ball. But still, we were leading at half time. We were in control, and then a minute after the restart, Fred put the Saints back on level terms. So they battle back from 2 goals down to make it 2-2. And directly after that, I sent on Jason. I said to the captain, listen, mate, I know your minutes have been restricted this season due to tactical changes, but I need you right now to show your class and put us back in front. And what did he do? He got 2 assists for our 4 goals scored in the second half. Could have had a hat-trick assist as well, had Maria not spurred the chance for him. But Pedro Antonio scored 2 goals in this game. Oscar Gonzalez got another one as well, having a great season for us. And Maria got his hat-trick with 15 minutes to go, the 5th goal of the game. And it was an absolutely audacious chip over the goalkeeper to get the match ball. 2 hat-tricks in 3 games for Maria and 8 goals in 3 games. The man was just on fire in a really good 6-2 victory. And following that, our final game of the Europa League group stage, a meaningless game really, beat Maccabi Tel Aviv, the Israeli side, by 4 goals to 0 in Wales. Ben Woodburn, he's one of the top scorers in the Europa League this year. Didn't score a single goal for us all season long last year. This year he's got 7 in the Europa League, 3 of which came in this game. And Raviotta got his second goal in 2 in the Europa League as well, in a convincing 4-0 win. And following that, a 1-1 draw away at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea. If you remember last season, this was the fixture where Chelsea ended any chance of us making the top 4. And in this game, I thought we were going to get revenge. Pedro Antonio, having a great little run for us, latched onto a through ball, got his 5th goal in 5 games as well in the Premier League. Great to see, as he made it 1-0 even, and put us in front of the travelling fans. But with 3 minutes to go, Moussa Dembele, the French striker, formerly of Lyon and Celtic, put Chelsea back on level terms with a few minutes to go to break our hearts. Onana just couldn't keep the shot out there, as the new signing for Chelsea this year made it 1-1 to share the point. But following that, a return to winning ways in the final game of Canberra. Not the most convincing win of the season, but a win regardless. Took on Watford and beat them by 1-0. Of course, Maria, the only goal scorer of the game, as he gave us the 3 points in a good bounce back victory. So right now in the Premier League, after a very nice run where we've only dropped a couple of games in this nice streak here, we're in 3rd place in the table, 17 games played right now. We're 6 points behind the league leaders Liverpool, who right now you would say have got a very strong chance of winning the title for the 4th year in 6. And right now we're also 5 points clear of City, who we face today, and Chelsea in 5th and Everton in 6th, with 6 points clear of those 2 as well. But it's still crazy, man. It's so tight right now in the race Champions League football as we approach the halfway point. And I'll say it once again, man, breaking the top 6 up in the Premier League in an RTG save is just so hard to do, and it's been really hard this season as well. But right now we're doing it. We're still in 3rd, but a long way to go. And also just real briefly a look at our competitions overview right now as well, where as you can see, once again, Real Sociedad will be our opponents in the first knockout round in the Europa League. And there is Robert Lewandowski, right now 36 years old in the game, but still technically absolutely fantastic, isn't he? He's going to be very hard to stop when we take him on over the 2 legs. But hopefully Jordi and Kimpembe will be able to do that. And also Willian Jose, I had this guy on trial in the summer, but he rejected us to join Sociedad because they take a big contract. I only gave him like 40 grand a week. He wasn't having it. He wanted to go to Sociedad instead, so that's fair enough. But anyway, that's our opponents for the first knockout round. And in the FA Cup, we've been joining against Championship side Fleetwood Town in the 3rd round at home, and hopefully we'll get through to the 4th round, which is where we got to last season before being knocked out by Arsenal. So that's basically all I want to show you as we dive into the first game of today's episode. Just one thing to report though, and that is there's been a new contract given to one of our players, Weston McKennie, who was out of contract in the summer, has signed a new 4.5-year deal. Hasn't got a pay increase or a pay decrease. He stays on 50 grand a week. And also the interesting thing about this is he's changed his squad status from first team to backup. I absolutely love that, because whilst he's a first team player in this team, we gave him the backup squad status and his agent didn't ask to change it. He was fine settling for a backup role. I love that. The professionalism of McKennie and Jason, whilst they're both still first team players this year, you know, they're thinking about the future in the present. They're thinking about Cardiff City's future, and they're taking reductions in their squad status when they're eventually phased out of the team. I love it. Professional players, man. You gotta love that. And yes, let's dive into the first game of today's episode then. It is indeed City away from home at the Etihad Stadium. I don't think we've beaten City once before here at the Etihad, so let's see how we get on and see if we're going to break the curse today and get a big win. Right now in the injury report, a big bloke in Kimpembe is out for the game. He should hopefully come back for the Boxing Day fixture away against Spurs, but not too sure just yet. And also Murphy is out as well after a sprained ankle he got against the Israeli side, Maccabi Tel Aviv, a couple of weeks ago. And this is our lineup. We're playing a 4-4-2 diamond time and narrow gegenpress system. We've been alternating between the 4-2-3-1 tiki-taka and this system between our run. Pretty much every single game we change it to the other system when we go into a new game, and it's keeping our opponents guessing, and right now it's working out quite well. So this is our line. We've got Onana in goal, about for Goncalves, Holding, Jordi and Odriozola, with our midfield quad being Camarasa, Ward-Prowse and McKennie and Gonzalez, supporting the top two, Paleo Maria and Pedro Antonio, who have struck up a really nice partnership in this very decent run. On the bench, Henderson, Matip, Sessegnon, McTominay, Alenya, Jason and Woodburn as well. First game, it's City away. Massive clash. Let's get the 3 points. Come on, you Bluebirds. It's a great Sunday for sport for me. We've got the NBA playoffs coming tonight. I'm currently watching the Masters as well, with Woods chasing Molinari. Just finished watching a City game. Going to have a Liverpool-Chelsea game on the radio as well soon. So yeah, it's a fantastic Sunday for me. But still 0-0 here. I'll definitely take the point in the game. But one thing I like about us this season is that we're going for wins against the big teams now. We're trying to get the 3 points and show that we're good enough to get them against the big teams, even away from home. As Maria plays that wide towards Odriozola, and our right back takes over the halfway line. Having a good season for us, Odriozola. And as he plays it through to Goncalves, the left back, he'll cross to Pedro Antonio off the post, and Edison claims the rebound. We've had a good first half here. 9 shots, 2 on target as well. A little bit more possession too. We've played well out there, still goalless. Pedro Antonio has really picked it up. He had a great streak of 5 goals in 5 games. Only one since then, but a big one away at Stamford Bridge. And we played well in that first half. So I'll say to the boys at the break here, keep it calm. And I'll say to the boys, we're not doing badly at all. If everyone continues to work hard, we'll win this. So keep your performance levels up out there, and I'm sure we'll find a goal to get ourselves in front. I'm going to individually criticise Gonzalez, though, who started to show a little bit of sign of not necessarily sort of pressure affecting his game, but in a few games now, he's not really done as well as he did in a run where he was picking up assists left, right and centre. I'll also individually criticise McKennie on a 6.5 and also Camarasa on a 6.6 as well. And begin the second half. Still tied at 0-0, but I can see a winner in this game, and it could be us. Kenny's just picked up a knock there. May well be a bruised ankle, but we'll keep him on for now. Could bring on McTominay, who's done well this season, but for now, Weston will stay on the field, as we're still dealt at 0-0. And 10 minutes after the restart, City have their first proper chance of the game as João Felix turns Holding and goes for goal, but it's straight down Onana's throat. Still 0-0. We've kept them quiet in the first hour. Half an hour to go, still 0-0. Again, I can see someone winning this, but I'd take a clean sheet and a goalless draw here, definitely. Going to make the change now and bring on Scott McTominay for Weston McKennie. And I think I might take off Gonzalez for Carlos Alenya as well, because Alenya this season has not done as well as he did last year. Last year was fantastic, but this year not quite as good, mainly due to the fact he's played deeper for us and not being as further forward. But now he's got a chance to assist Pedro Antonio and Paleo as well. 10 minutes to go. Can we find a late winning goal? Here is Carls, heads it back to Odriozola, and as our right back crosses, it'll go all the way to Goncalves down the left-hand side. Takes a touch and swings it in, and Pedro Antonio's there. Rafael Varane clears, danger not fully away as Odriozola's cross is blocked, and we're going for the winning goal here. Cross to the middle, headed away, but Belotti plays it long, and Sterling is onto it. He's got one man to beat and a man in the middle, and he's found him in Augustine. Oh, brilliant save by Onana. Fantastic stop and a good block as well. Still 0-0. Just made one final change. Maria's not played too well out there, so taking him off for Ben Woodburn as Ward-Prowse receives that ball. Can we find a late winning goal as Ben is going to chase down John Stones, who read it well, and plays back to Varane. We're putting the press on City. We do press really, really high up the pitch and with great intensity in both our systems, but as Belotti has played through, he's one-on-one and Onana makes a fantastic save to deny the Italian. Still 0-0, and if we escape here with a point and a clean sheet, we'll have Andre to thank for it. Another fine save as Rafael Varane plays to the edge, but Alenya gets it away. Still goalless. Another big stop by our number one, and another highlight. Some late drama here. Is there going to be a late winning goal? Camarasa in trouble, and McTominay sends it long, and Woodburn latches onto it. Oh, and Edison makes the save. It's a game for the goalkeepers today. Andre Onana and Edison are battling for the champagne. Still 0-0, and they might well share it come the full-time whistle. Ward-Prowse's corner dealt with, but only to Camarasa. Back to Rob Holding. He's got a man out wide in Woodburn there. He finds him. Ben on the ball, trying to cross, and it's cleared, and City get it away, and that should surely do it. 0-0 will be the final score. We'll take the point, we'll take the clean sheet. We've got the second best defensive record in the division, I believe, and that was on full display today, courtesy of Andre Onana. A couple of big saves towards the end, helps us get a clean sheet and a draw. Actually, my mistake, we've got the best defensive record in the division. I thought we were the second best behind United, but instead, they must have conceded a couple of goals in their last game, because we were, a couple against Fulham, we were second best, but now we're actually best. ahead of Manchester United, and only 13 goals conceded in 18 games. Andre Onana right now leading the way in the race for the Golden Glove with 9 clean sheets in 18, averaging 1 in 2. And you saw in that game there a couple of big saves. Obviously in the last episode, that penalty sort of error, if you will, against Manchester United cost us a point in that game. But this is why he's remained as our number one throughout the course of the entire campaign. He makes some big saves when it matters most in big games, and you have to put up with the errors every now and then, because Andre Onana is a fantastic goalkeeper. He's proved that on many different occasions, and that game was no exception. Great couple of saves there to give us the point. Now, and speaking of Onana, typical, right on cue, as soon as we start praising him, he goes down with the flu. Excellent stuff. We could send him home, of course, to recover in bed next to his missus, but instead, I think I'd rather keep him here and risk the potential of the illness spreading, because he's just been that important for us this season, and hopefully he'll be okay. So, second and final game of today's episode, Spurs away to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. This is going to be a really big game for the Boxing Day clash right now, with both teams desperate to finish in the European place come the end of the season. Spurs are the one team out of the top 6 this season that have been struggling more than anyone else, right now sat in 8th place with 29 points on the board. But for us, still in 3rd place right now, if we can get a big win here away in London, that'll be a massive psychological boost for our chances of staying in the top 4 between now and the end of the season. Of course, for Paleo Maria, the subject to those monstrous bids from Spurs in the summer, how is he going to get on in a snowy North London pitch? -6 degrees. Wrap up warm, boys. So here's our team for the game then. 4-4-2 diamond narrow once again, staying with the gegenpress system, which has come good this season. Really, really good, this one. I like it a lot. And this will be our lineup. No change to our starting 11, but one change to our bench. And this is our team. Onana is in goal. A back for Goncalves. Holding staying with Geordie and Odriozola. And midfield quad now being Camarasa, McKennie, Elneny coming for Ward-Prowse. So one change in starting 11. And Gonzalez playing the advanced playmaker. And up top together once again, Maria and Antonio. And on the bench, Henderson, Kimpembe, Sessegnon, McTominay, Ward-Prowse, Jason, and Woodburn as well. So second and final game, Spurs away. Let's get the first win today. Come on, you Daisy. Come on, you Bluebirds. Let's get a big 3 points here. If you want to be a big team, you've got to start thinking like a big team. Not just be satisfied with a point away from home. Go for all 3. So halfway through the first half, still 0-0. Nothing to report as of yet, but just as I say that, first highlight falling, and it's going to come to Spurs. Nope, Cardiff. Nope, Spurs. As Jose Gaya on the ball, down his left-hand side, steps in field and finds Carlos Eduardo. And now Roger, a Scottish midfielder, takes over and finds Davinson Sanchez down the right. Nice ball to Kingsley Coman, and Coman slides it into the middle. Geordie hooks it away, and Sanchez tracks it down once again. That first goal is coming, you can tell in this first half, and it might well come to the host. Jose Gaya driving forward, back to Song Heung-min. Lovely 1-2. Gaya plays the ball to the middle. Kane is there, shot block, but Son is there, and Heung-min Son, such a lethal goal scorer, puts Spurs in front with his 5th goal of the year. 1-0, the Korean strikes early. Jose Gaya and Son Heung-min with a nice little 1-2 there. 4 green shirts, but no one tracked Gaya. It was a good block initially by holding on Harry Kane, but it drops straight to the South Korean, who fires it past Onana and into the far corner. Spurs 1, Cardiff 0. This will be a big loss if we do lose this one. Here's a free kick though. Gonzalez takes it. Dale Fry heads it away. But as Camarasa finds Elneny, goes for goal. And Karius makes the save. Still 1-0. Plenty of time, lads. Plenty of time. Highlight for Spurs, though, right before the break. If they get a second goal, they are going to be in control. Sanchez has a lot of space down this right-hand side. His cross is blocked, though, by Goncalves. And now a chance to break, which we like to do in this system. Elneny drives forward and beats Dale Fry. And Maria takes over, and Paleo, with his first chance of the game, can't hit the target, slides it wide, and that will do it for the first half. Spurs 1, Cardiff 0. This will be a big loss. We've not played too badly out there. We've actually done okay. But I think we need to tell the boys how it is, really. And I'm going to assertively say to the boys, show me something else in the second half. And also defensively, I'll criticise the boys individually and the midfield as well. Tempted to switch to the 4-2-3-1, get the possession back in our favour and try and create chances with a tiki-taka style of play. I'll think about it, but for now, leave it as it is. Still trailing by 1. Need an early goal in the second half to get momentum back in our favour. But instead, it's Spurs who have the early chance in the second half as Goncalves and Holding fail to clear it between one another, and Son Heung-min bags his brace. The lethal goal scorer has done it again. The South Korean is sinking us today and inflicting a big defeat on us psychologically here in London. Eduardo's cross failed to be dealt with. Holding smacks it against the backside of the number 15. Is that Roger? No, it's Dale Fry. And eventually it finds its way to Son. It's 2-0, and Rob Holding is having a shocker out there. 4.8 Should have put Kimpembe back in. Well, this game is looking done already. If Spurs get another goal, it's definitely done. A great ball by Heung-min Son. What a game he's having. Kane is through. It's free. It is free. No Maria for Spurs because they don't need him. Harry Kane gets his 20th of the year. He won the Golden Boot last year. He wants it again, but it's the Son Heung-min show today. Lovely ball under pressure by two Cardiff players. Kane in behind the back line. Puts it past Onana. 3-0 Spurs. Game over. Good night, Bluebirds. Holding's had an absolute shocker. Got to bring him off. I'll switch to the 4-2-3-1. Not just going to matter now, though. And what we'll do is we'll take off... let's make all three changes now. Let's bring on Jason for Camarasa. And we'll play Sessegnon down that left-hand side for Pedro Antonio as well. Even though Maria has had a really poor game out there, Paleo. He's had a really poor game. He's had some good games this season in big games. But it's the same old problem for Paleo. In the big matches, he often does go missing and right on cue. He should have scored, and then Gonzalez is denied by Karius. Excellent double stop by the German, and if we were to have any chance getting back in the game, we needed that to find the back of the net. Paleo, big games, the pressure gets to him, I tell you, it really does. Jason finds Alenya, and Carls does fire the ball in for his first goal of the season, and Jason, just like he did against Stoke a few weeks ago, Southampton a few weeks ago, has really changed things for us since coming on. Nice little back heel, finds Alenya, Spanish link up, 3-1, 90 minutes to go. Going to need a miracle to get back in this one, though. Gonzalez, down the right-hand side, finds Alenya, who's got space to go for goal again. Oh, Carlos Alenya bags a brace, and it might well be Boxing Day, but is it too late for a Christmas miracle? Spurs 3, Cardiff 2. Gonzalez with you. He's had a great season for us in his debut, got Oscar. Lovely first touch with the head, steps inside, plays it through to Carls, takes a couple of touches and bends one past Karius. 3-2, 12.5 minutes to go. Can we come back from the dead and claim a point? Say to the boys, get creative. Let's go very attacking. Is there one late chance for Cardiff, or are Spurs going to hold on for the 3 points? It is going to be the latter, and that will do it. Odrizzola's throw to Gonzalez. Plays a 1-2 last chance. Got to get the ball in the box. In it goes. Dale Fry heads it away, and that will do it. Spurs hold on for the 3 points. We did well to battle back from 3 goals down to at least have a chance. And I will say to the boys as well, unlucky. It would have been nice to win there, but it wasn't to be. We did well to battle back from 3 goals down here, and Jason came off the bench to show, even at his ripe old age of 30, he still can change things for us. He still can do something. 3-2 the final score, though. Spurs get the win. Big blow for us. We'll stay in third, but damn. Like, if we're going to become a big team, those are the games we can't afford to lose in. We can't afford to lose to the big teams away. We've got to target wins instead. Could even get a draw. 3-2 the final score. Again, we do stay in third. That's the table at the halfway point. 37 points on the board. 9 points off the league leaders, Liverpool, right now. But again, look at how close it is in a race for a top 4 and a European place as well. Staying in the top 4 with 19 games remaining is going to be very, very difficult to do. But that was today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. And if you did enjoy today's episode, please drop a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated. And I really help the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for next episode very soon. We'll come back with games against, and we've got to come back for that Sociedad first leg, right? Surely we'll play through the whole of January. I've got no plans to make any signings in January, and yeah, we'll come back with Sociedad away and Burnley at home, or Huddersfield away. Oh, Harry Maguire welcoming us at Huddersfield Town as they're trying to claw away from the drop zone. I think that's a bit more intriguing. Yeah, Huddersfield Town away and Real Sociedad away in the first leg at the Europa League round of 32 as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Much love to you all, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon. Bye now.